remind me of the babe.
What babe?
Babe with the power.
What power?
I know you are, but what am I?
You're a nerd.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're an idiot. I know you are, but what am I?
I want you to tell all your friends about me.
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
Say again. I'm your Uncle Buck.
Yeah, I know that, dude.
Ready, Phil? I'll do it. Just deep fake, like a panther. Like a panther.
Yeah.
Like a panther.
No, go past this. Past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
Wow.
So enthusiastic.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to After the Weekend, the show where we talk about and in a positive, very good positive way of the movies we actually like. This is
And watched
After the Weekend. Yeah, that's it. We are finally together, the team, the whole team. We are the team of After the Weekend. I have my wonderful new co-host, JT, who has been helping us out for so long already behind the scenes, and obviously one of the founding fathers. I was going to say founding fathers, man. Sounds nicer. Of this amazing show.
Howdy.
Hey, by the way, I'm a winner. I won.
Oh man, this is good. Ryan's in the chat, by the way. Ryan is in the chat. I was going to say that behind the scenes, like, you really got him. You really got him this time, JT. I'm like,
it's like, what do you mean you're a winner? What's going on? And then it was like, oh. It's official. Rose is a murderer.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Well, we are very excited to have our new co-host on because we're letting him be in the driver's seat and pushing, letting him push buttons tonight.
Yeah, I can block Legion, right?
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that.
But there's no shame corner in StreamYard. So
no, there is no. Besides, he did say, well, I mean, you could put him because he did say he doesn't believe any woman. I mean, you did say that. And I kind of gave him the eye through the chat, It's like I'm giving you the eye. And, well, afterwards, he kind of, mended it, saying, you have a special place in my heart. I'm like, okay, because you're getting the eye. But,
the eye of Maria.
I'm getting the eye, yeah.
That might be a t-shirt.
Yeah.
After the Weekend t-shirt.
The eye of Maria. There we go. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ryan. Yeah, much love to you. Much love to you. So.
Well, before we begin, let's say hello to some people in the chat.
We got some nice people.
Yeah. Got a little Spidey. Hey there, buddy. And of course, we got Phil. Nice to see you.
Let's see how little Spidey is tonight, because last week on Thursday, he was on fire.
Oh, you should have saw him last night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, you missed it.
I did miss it, unfortunately.
There was a video on Twitter of a highlight.
He's a smooth
gentleman.
Yeah, his smooth talking to Tabitha.
Oh, Tabitha, you got more than one admirer. But I have to say, the cutest one is actually little Spidey. Sorry.
That and everybody teasing Dan about being really white.
Well,
he didn't know who Larry Bird was. Like, seriously?
I'm sorry.
And the best part is my lovely wife telling him that even her brown butt knew who Larry Bird was.
Ouch!
Hello, sweetie.
That must have hurt.
We got Alan from Press Play Studios. Thank you, sir.
Alan!
Hey,
Oh,
Alan.
it's so good to see you.
So nice to be on the screen last night with you. And
That's awesome.
I know he would like to definitely come on our show. So hopefully we can.
We
figure it out.
We still have that one.
Yeah, in the future. So who else? Phil, or not Phil? Tom.
Yeah,
get everybody's name wrong. Hey, Tom.
Please, well, at least you're saying like the wrong
I'm
names
looking
correctly.
I'm looking at Phil's comment while I click on Tom. That's what it is.
Right.
We've got the Science Fictionary. Hey, how are you? Thank you for being here.
What's up?
And
we got Dreaming Tabitha in the chat.
We got this guy.
Oh!
Again.
I mean,
best day ever, please. Best day ever.
Can we get him a best day ever? Because he might be a little sad that he lost.
Hey.
Yeah.
This guy making fun of me with my lighting every time he's on a live stream and from home. He looks like a hooker with his red light on.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you. Family friendly. Yep, that would be definitely family friendly.
That could be a reference to fishing. Who knows?
Well, at least you guys got a nice background. I mean, look at my background. Well, I can pinpoint my.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, you had your dolls.
You know, there is a green screen feature. If you crochet yourself a green background, you could have it look like all sorts of things are behind you.
But it's not as cool as having like the real thing behind you. I did have them, but they're disappearing. Oh, sorry.
Hi, Tabitha. She says Dan isn't a sports person.
Yeah, we can tell. We definitely can tell. Yeah. So
wait.
I was just looking at that comment, man. He said, "Maria, is your middle name Wi-Fi because we have a connection?" Oh my gosh, little Spidey, you're gonna be a heartbreaker. You are definitely R2. You better start checking out your kid, because he's definitely gonna be a ladies heartbreaker. Oh man.
That's my boy.
I'm sorry, little Spidey. I gotta say this. Unfortunately, I'm older than Tabitha. What are you gonna do? I can wait, but I don't know what's gonna happen.
You might be getting a little over him now.
I'm sorry. But that's okay.
You might be like, what does she mean now?
He could probably, take his first date to, what is it, Target, right?
Yeah, he'll take you to Target.
I'm gonna be taking care of you, little Spidey. So no girls, like the mean girls, go after you. You are I'm gonna have your back.
That's so nice.
You got one more aunt checking out. Whoever messes with my little Spidey is gonna get it. Oh man,
but,
Ryan, you're so. Oh, thank you so much, little Spidey.
Now
you guys are
Spidey,
getting
all I have to
special,
say is though, at this point, just walk away. Don't film and keep adding on and talking. Quit while you're ahead.
And by the way, Ryan, thank you for your comment on my background. I don't know if it's supposed to be a compliment or if that's supposed to be, just stating the facts.
I think he was trying to say your background is cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
You're getting the eye. You're getting the eye. Huh? You're deserving the eye, Brian. The eye of Maria.
Well, are we ready to get into this?
Yeah.
Sure am.
How about you, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good.
You look nervous.
Yeah, nice.
Why would I? I'm just looking. I was looking at all your funny clips, and I was gonna see.
I do. I have quite a few clips ready to go for tonight.
No, I'm excited for this one. It's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
One of my.
It is.
Oh man, this one cracked me up so much.
I will mention too before we start. After you guys watch this, I have some links in our description of kind of some material that I looked at and I shared with everybody that just was really good to watch in preparation of this. And boy, all I gotta say is I miss John Candy so much. You know, so sad to know he's not with us anymore. But definitely grateful for all the movies we have of him. But this one is just so good. I love it.
It's not my favorite. I prefer him in Cool Runnings than in this one. I gotta say, this is my personal opinion. Yeah, but I cracked up so much in some of the things that they had. I was like, yes, man, yes. You know?
Yeah.
But, yeah. We got somebody else in the chat right here saying hello to us. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, nice to see you.
Hey.
That's right. Nicole is a big UncleBuck fan, and next month, I know at least I will be able to be over there. I'm going to be over on Rogue One Radio talking about the movies of John Hughes. I know it's on a Tuesday, so I know Maria's not going to be able to make it, and JT hopefully can. But you'll at least have.
It depends.
I'm a big John Hughes fan, so hopefully I can make it.
Hopefully something changes for Maria and she can make it, because that would be nice for all three of us to be over there with you guys. But well, let's make JT start.
Yeah,
he's the new guy.
So.
I knew you would do that.
Yeah, of course. Well, overall, what do you think of this movie, sir?
Well, like I said before, it's a good, funny movie. So I do enjoy John Candy. He always cracks me up. And there's those things he always does in all of his movies where you're kind of surprised that he says, or where you're kind of like, what? You have to like rewind it and laugh a little bit more. Those are definitely in it. I really enjoy it overall. And the story is a good one. I enjoyed it from start to finish. So.
It was really good. Well, I really enjoyed it. This was a first time for me. And I guess, I don't know why, but I've never really watched many John Candy movies except, well, maybe, you got Spaceballs and you got Cool Runnings. And I know he's been in a lot of them, but I just never really got around to watching many of them. But at the same time, I do have a very, very nostalgic feeling of John Candy himself as a great actor. I definitely loved this one because, I don't know, the thing is that I've worked with high school students, both as a teacher and as, the typical, substitute teacher, like for hours, and you can definitely see a difference. And I resonated with some of them because I really have this ironic, sarcastic, really, sadistic, humor with them, because I don't buy into their things. So when he was making all these jokes, with his niece's boyfriend, I was like, yes, and I was just cracking up so much. It was, oh man, it resonated with me a lot. It was like, yeah, don't buy into it. Yes, the axe,
Bug.
Bug.
Yes.
Nah, I think I love this movie even more watching it again now. And you know, I really always enjoy him in his family roles, you know, especially this one and The Great Outdoors. You know, a lot of that, from what I've heard, though, especially in those roles, a lot of people say like that is very much not him acting, but him. That's really John Candy that we're seeing. So which makes me even enjoy him more. You know, yeah, some of the things he says. One of the things I don't have clipped, I was looking for it, is kind of in the beginning. He gets to the house and he's talking to his sister-in-law who's not a fan of him. And, you know, he's like, so sorry I was here last time. I didn't think the bushes would have caught fire on it with having so close, you know, like, you know, clearly like setting us up to why she's not a fan of him. And then he's like, I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. I'm on to cigars now. He's like, 5-year plan. Cigarettes, cigars, pipe, chewing tobacco, and then the gum or the patch, you know, whatever he says. And you know, he's like, do you guys have a plunger? Sometimes when I'm thinking, I like to plumb. Then he mentioned something too about cheese. He's like, I'm addicted to the stuff.
Yes.
It just like snowballs into a bit more awkwardness. I love that. It makes me wonder. I'm like, was that ad-libbed or was that in the script?
It might have been.
He does it so well.
John Candy's really good at surprising you on his comments.
Hello, DB. Thank you for swinging by.
Like I always enjoyed when, like in the beginning there, when he finally starts driving to go help them out, and he's trying to remember their names, the kids.
Oh yeah.
Well, since we're mentioning that, I do have this clip actually.
Oh yeah. Play that one.
It's pretty good. So you know, for those of you who haven't watched it in a while, you know, we kind of open with the Russell family, and we got the mom and dad and the 3 kids. After, you know, just a regular evening, the parents get a call in the middle of the night. The wife's father has had a heart attack, and they need to drive from Chicago to Indianapolis to go see him. They need to find somebody to watch the kids, and they're going through the list. Cannot find anybody. And they land on Bob's brother, Buck, who, you know, we already kind of find out from then, you know, at that point is not the most reliable person. And they kind of dread the fact that they call him. They call him, and he's on his way to see him. Hasn't seen him since they moved to Chicago. And him kind of talking to himself as he gets there.
Oh boy, those kids. I haven't seen those kids in a while. Tia's got to be 9, maybe 10. Oh boy. The 2 new ones. They're Larry and Betsy. Jennifer. Larry and Jennifer. Nice kids.
Oh, I love this part.
Larry and Jennifer. It's so good.
Bob! This isn't funny. Come on! Wake up! Freezing my ass off out here. Yo, Bobby!
Buck?
Bob?
Buck!
Bob?
Buck!
Bob?
Yeah.
Over here!
You have any idea how many big white houses there are on this street? What?
They do cut away at like every house is white.
What?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do with my car?
What's crazy is this neighborhood looks very familiar to
Sorry,
most
Mr.
John
Hatfield.
Hughes films.
Yeah.
How you doing? Hey, sorry I'm late.
And he's just a bundle of joy.
What happened on the
Like,
mustache?
I'm pretty sure the Home Alone house is in this
Had
neighborhood.
to shave it
Oh,
off.
shit.
Not well.
Dad?
Hard to say.
All those medical terms, huh?
Well, I wonder if that's something, because they didn't film all of it in Chicago. I think just a little bit. But like, yeah, Home Alone house, that house, Ferris Bueller house, they're all giant, massive white houses. So I don't know if that's like a Chicago thing or what.
Well, yeah.
Or Midwest, because I'm from Detroit originally, or the suburbs of Detroit, and as a kid, there were a lot of big white houses when I think about it.
Yeah, even in Ferris Bueller, his house is a big white house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's got to be something there, something from his childhood or something. Because I think, didn't he grow up in Chicago area, John Hughes?
John Hughes did, yeah.
So
he grew up in Chicago. So that's why a lot of it is, it's based in like the suburbs of Chicago. It's a lot of times it's a fictionalized city that he created called Shermer, Illinois.
Now the thing is that in this movie, what I really liked about it is the fact that they show something that is supposed to be perfect, but on the inside it's not. I mean, the two parents barely know what's happening with their daughter. They're just not home, and she's actually very, very rebellious because of that, because she feels that she's not getting the attention anymore, and that after moving, well, obviously when people move, especially teenagers, sometimes it is very, very hard, because you leave friends, you leave family, you leave your life, maybe your love interest, and then to be uprooted into another place completely different, it is very difficult. And I believe that, this movie is actually very, very nice, because even though Buck is a slacker, he actually shows the interest that mom and dad should have had.
Yeah.
And
it's
that's
because of his life. Because of his life, he knows what he's done and what mistakes he's made, and he tries to share that with them.
So, well, even to kind of add on to what Maria said, because in one of the links in the description I have, it's a YouTube channel called Hats Off Entertainment did what's called the lost version of Uncle Buck, and kind of was able to add like a lot of stuff that was cut from the script, but a big part of it is a lot of the stuff that he does for the kids that mean a lot to him without him knowing that he's doing something that's very meaningful for them. And it's a little bit more subtle in this version, the version we're able to watch. But yeah, Maria's right. I mean, he does kind of take to the kids far more than the parents do.
Yeah, just from the beginning, like when he was taking him to school and he's kind of getting to know the daughter, and he's like, "No, you'll be here at 4. I'll be here at 4," kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
well,
he does it right from the get-go.
One of the most classic moments is this, which we feature in our intro. But this whole back and forth with him and Macaulay Culkin too is just wonderful.
Yes.
So here,
I think that was ad-libbed. I'm pretty sure.
No, that was actually scripted.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I'll give a little bit of tidbit after we watch this, but yeah, no, this is probably the most iconic moment though for this film.
Hey, how you doing?
Who are you?
I'm your Uncle Buck.
Do I have an uncle?
Unfortunately.
Holy smokes. He's cooking our garbage.
I love it.
Hey, where's your sister?
What is he?
Maisie.
Maisie.
For the second time.
Larry and Jennifer, right?
You must be hungry. Just for you.
Oh my God. He put onions in the eggs.
I'm gonna go check on Maisie.
I love it.
Fix you some cereal when I get back.
That's actually good.
You get a little hit in this too of just her disdain for everybody, but
Ask you something.
Yeah.
What?
Is your sister always this pleasant?
No, she's usually in a bad mood in the morning. Where do you live?
In the city.
Do you have a house?
Oh, man.
Apartment.
Oh, this one's good.
Rent.
What do you do for a living?
Lots of things.
Where's your office?
I don't have one.
How come?
I don't need one.
Where's your wife?
Don't have one.
How
Great
come?
job,
It's a long
interview.
story.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
Are you my dad's brother?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
38.
I'm your dad's brother, all right.
You have much more hair on your nose than my dad.
How nice of you to notice.
I'm a kid. That's my job.
So that was actually all scripted, and for that scene, because it was very tough for Macaulay Culkin, because I think he was about 9 or 10 at the time to remember all the lines. So when we're seeing Macaulay, John Candy on a Post-it note on his forehead has his lines for him.
Oh, that's so cute.
So it was to help him, know what to say, and kind of too, like, know where to look as well. But kind of a lot of what we got from Macaulay Culkin from this film is how we got Home Alone too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's we'll show it later, but there's even a moment that really kind of, from this moment, that's where John Hughes was like, I'm going to make this movie called Home Alone, and I'm going to put Macaulay Culkin in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some good backstory about that. Like,
it's really nice. And actually, I was thinking, this was shot in, or this was filmed in 88 or 89.
89, beginning of 89.
And Macaulay Culkin was born in 81 or 82. So, if I'm not mistaken, or in 80, I don't remember. One of those 3 years. And
80. He was born
in 80. Okay, so he was 9 years old. How old is little Spidey?
Little Spidey is 7.5.
Oh.
He's the size of a 9-year-old, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's very cool. Oh, you still got a few years, little Spidey.
Yeah.
But
like I said,
I was wondering,
next year he'll be bigger than Phil, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's already bigger than Legion. So.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. And I'm just gonna highlight this because it makes me feel better. Thank you, Phil. I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, come on. You look good too.
Me? No.
D. Come on, Mrs. R2. Don't tell me he doesn't look good. Come on. Yeah. Little Spidey, your dad looks really nice.
Crickets.
I wasn't like hiding. You really want to know? I had to itch my nose. I didn't want you guys to see. Thanks, Maria.
This is what Phil is.
Oh, look at this. We got a grade A suck up. Good to know. Good to know. Anyway.
Sorry. I thought you were gonna get all, you're gonna get all teary because he was kind of. There you go. Oh.
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. His interaction with the little kids, especially, though, it's always very touching and sweet, and even too, for not really being in their lives, he has a genuine love for them, and even for Tia too. I mean, Tia is very just jaded, mad at the world, but even from the get-go, he truly cares about her. He wants, he loves them, and it's very much, initially it's overlooked, and kind of because of that too. I kind of, you look back at like how the mom was towards him, kind of definitely just because he's so loud and boisterous, just was a little harsh.
And also I think it's also because he never really had a job, and he was kind of living off of other people, and gambling and stuff like that. So the mom didn't really approve, but and it's pretty sad to see how.
Maria
her
froze.
Wedding picture. Oh.
Yeah, the wedding picture. Thank you, buddy.
I'm back.
So I wonder the reason why he cared so much was because he knew it was the kids. If he didn't do a good job, it wouldn't end very well. Because with all his other stuff, he knew he could always do something different.
Yeah.
With the kids, if he messed up,
well,
it would be pretty brutal.
I think that's all just also too, though. I mean, for a lot of people, right? When it's family and it's kids, you kind of have unconditional love, for them. And,
I think he wanted to also give a good impression to his sister-in-law, because again, when I froze, I was going to say that she folded his photo.
Yeah.
On her wedding photo, he folded his part, and he noticed it, and he's like, he didn't say anything, which is actually pretty mature for him.
You could see he was crushed by it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
this backs up though too, which I thought was two moments that was funny too. When he gets to the house, is she's like, let me leave you some checks, and he's like, no, I'll pay for it. I'm good. He's like, do you know anywhere where I can cash a out of state, third party, from somewhere? And she's like, I'll just leave him.
I'll just leave him.
And he's he's kind of walking around the house, and he's looking at the plate, touches it, he falls, and he's like, oh crap, and it's like, oh, it doesn't break. It's like unbreakable.
It
doesn't even smack him hard, and it shatters.
Yep.
He's like, where would you get that antique shop downtown?
Oh,
England. Oh, wow. He's talking around the phone.
Oh man. Oh, little Spidey commented also, it says he liked the UncleBuck. I was going to ask if little Spidey liked it. There were some bad words in it, and I don't like that. That's true, little Spidey.
Yeah, they definitely say the S word quite a bit, and it's kind of funny because, as a kid, I don't really remember that. But that is somewhat of a common thing of family films from the 80s and 90s, kind of that language, which at the same time, I feel like a lot of us, we grew up with it. It didn't hurt us, but yeah, it is kind of.
It was PG, right?
It was PG. Yeah.
It is. It's PG. Everything we see here is PG.
Yeah. It's kind of funny to hear that.
Well, there was even scenes later on in the movie where you're like, whoa, that's PG.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, they're not.
They're
not necessarily bad, but it's just right when we think of a PG-13 or PG film, we don't expect to see some of that or hear some.
They weren't there to be there. They weren't there just to be there. They when they said it or did things like that, it went with whatever the scene was for. So.
Yeah.
One of the great tropes of the movie, we kind of saw it in that very first clip, is his car. Hey, how's it going, Don? Thanks for being here. It's the car. The car's just like constantly smoking.
Oh man, the car was so iconic.
And it does this one iconic thing every time it stops. For the most part.
What's funny about that? I had a car, not the same model, but a car like that in high school. I was like, oh, I bought this really cheap car, and I was like, I'm gonna fix it up, and it literally had rusted parts just like that one. And sometimes it did blow smoke, so I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, oh,
and Don's in Michigan. He can back me up on this. When you live in that area, you have two seasons. You have rust and repair, or or winter and repair. I want to say are the two phrases I remember always hearing as a kid, but. Yeah, this is him dropping Tia off to school.
I so love this part. I so love it.
Like half those high school kids look like they're like 25.
Oh man! 3, 2, 1.
She's just mortified.
What time do you want me to pick you up after school?
Oh man, I love this.
Ride with friends.
Oh no, I got my
everybody's
orders.
like,
what time?
Gonna go to the coffee shop. They
Are
look
you
like they're
really
gonna go
this
to the coffee
stupid?
shop.
I said I would get a
All the
ride.
kids in
I
this
always
movie.
get a ride.
Stand me up today, and tomorrow I'll drive you to school in my robe and pajamas and walk you to your first class.
Oh man!
Did you ever have anyone embarrass you like this?
No.
And he's just enjoying it, man.
That's like one of my favorite gifts to use. That smile.
Really?
I love using
You
that
think
on
it's the
Twitter.
No? A
No.
lot of people hate this hat. It angers a lot of people, just the sight of it.
Oh man!
And yes, as a parent, I wouldn't hesitate to go to my kid's school in my pajamas and could care less what anybody thought. Then again, he's a good kid. He's never gonna push me to that point, I'm sure.
Nah, little Spidey's.
You can't use the same pickup line twice in one evening.
Sorry.
No.
But he's trying to be smooth. It sounds nice, little Spidey.
Yeah. Tabitha agreed.
It's just that the same thing. I remember like watching these movies in the 80s, some of them, and I just don't remember this type of language. Maybe it was just like,
it's culture. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a sign of the times then. I think that was just a more normal thing.
Yeah. Man.
Too funny. But and it's Nicole had mentioned it earlier, and it's a fact that the movie was mainly filmed in a abandoned school.
Yes.
In St. Louis.
Oh,
and
wow.
The house too. A lot of like the house external and internal scenes are all on a set that was in the gymnasium, which is wild. I mean, for the fact kind of knowing that, it's like they did a pretty good job of building sets, because it certainly never seemed like that. Plus too, like think of like a gym, like how echoey it would be, even if you built a set in there. It just seems like sound would bounce off those walls.
It's kind of like obviously Nicole says the same thing. I don't remember these movies because of the language. I remember the funny scenes, and it kind of reminds me of when we watched like the Last Unicorn. It was a long time ago, and it's like I don't remember these like really more mature scenes in the movie, and it's like what happened, and then I thought like, okay, well I grew up, and I have a different point of view.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say to bring up Last Unicorn. I just remember Diana being like, "There's a tree with boobs in this movie."
I don't remember that scene. I swear. I was like, I remember like when she transforms, and when she when she kind of loses a little bit of herself, and obviously the bull, the horns, but.
Well, it's like never-ending story too. Towards the end there, when he goes through like the two statues, and the statues, big old chi-chis on them. It's like this is a kids movie, right?
Like what happened? Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But no, just the shotgun.
Oh man!
Backfire from the car.
That was brilliant. That was so brilliant. And then afterwards, did the scene with the parent teacher meeting or vice principal come after that?
That's later.
That's towards the.
That's much. Okay, that's
the end.
No, it's more.
Yeah. That's kind of like the start of like the last third of the film, actually.
Okay, fair enough.
But following that, we get introduced to a new character when Buck comes back, and he comes to pick Tia up. And we get introduced to her boyfriend, Bug.
Bug. Dang, man!
This guy.
Nice way to intro.
Cover your ears.
What?
Just do it.
This actor, he was in The Boy Who Could Fly. He was the boy who could fly.
He was the Human Torch in the Roger Corman Fantastic Four.
Rachel.
Get it. You go on her face in public like that again, and you'll be one.
His name's like
Are you crazy?
Jay Underwood is his
You could
name.
have taken his head off.
Yeah, but what do you notice?
Are you crazy? I can
Stay
be.
out of my personal life.
Your parents stay out of your personal life? Have they met Twiddledink?
His name is Bug.
First or last?
First.
His last name is Gray.
You should talk. Buck.
The tension between them is so good in this movie. You know, I mean, it's very uncomfortable. But you know, the funny thing is, it's very opposite when the camera was off. It's Jean Louisa Kelly who played Tia. Loved John Candy, and you know, likewise, there was even like a big story about him for her birthday, getting her a special birthday cake and surprising her with that.
Aww.
And she even too, like usually, you know, after this, like later in her career, I want to say a lot of times she was known for playing much sweeter characters too. She was one of the wives on the TV show Yes Dear. I don't know if any of you remember that or familiar with it. No. It was I can't think of all the actors, but it was a husband and wife, and then the wife's sister and her husband ended up having to live in their guest house in the backyard. But yeah, she was the she was the wife that lived in the main house. I guess that's the description I could get.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, obviously, those kinds of like those kinds of jokes where you know he outwits Bug. That's the kind of joke that really cracks me up. You know, like the hatchet one.
Yeah, that comes a little later, and I do have that spooled because it is so good. I love what he says to him. It's pretty good. One of the things that occurs in this film too that I don't have it clipped, but kind of too. Actually, I want to say it happened right before him picking up Tia. We get to see Miles open up his lunch that Uncle Buck had made.
Oh man!
It's like a mayonnaise jar with milk in it, and it's like this super ripe banana, and there's like a can of sardines. And he asks the kids who wants to make a lunch tray, and the kids freak out and back off. And in kind of the original script, there was more to that, and because one of the things that we don't really kind of hear about, but again, since they moved, not only is Tia struggling, but Miles is with his new school, and he has no friends, and so there's a part with a clown too. We kind of see that where he's having his birthday party, and he's only got like 3 or 4 kids there with him. But
dang,
the lunches first freaked everybody out, but every day he would show up with like a weirder lunch, and the kids all slowly started to like get curious, and so like every day everybody wanted to see what he had, and it ended up making him go from being the weird kid to the popular kid. It was a very, very sweet kind of story, and I, you know, when you kind of hear about it, it's like, oh, I wish they would have kept that. That kind of also would have been, I think, somewhat funny to have seen as well. But yeah, just the weird lunch.
Man,
you know,
no, weird is
pretty good.
It's a nice way.
You know, I kind of like wish we had seen maybe like Maisie, you know, like what he made for Maisie, but we never did. What is it? Bug makes you think of Russ from European Vacation. Yeah, kind of. He looks like
a little bit.
He could have been one of the many.
He's got that hat.
Yeah, but Jay Underwood, was the Johnny Storm in the low budget Roger Corman production of the Fantastic Four. Yeah, you can find that on YouTube. But yeah, he played him in that. You talking about Bubble Boy, or you talking about the Travolta film Boy in a Plastic Bubble? There, Don.
Boy in the Plastic Bubble does ring a bell.
Yeah, that was like a 70s TV movie. But Bubble Boy has Jake Gyllenhaal in it. That's it's a weird movie, but it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That would be a good one to review. Okay.
Blowing
So
okay. Yeah, John Travolta.
I know of it. I've never watched it.
Haven't watched it. Heard of it, but haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll add it.
And this one's good. Actually, yeah, The Beast.
Yeah. But you only hear him, I want to say, call it the Beast at the end of the movie. That was the only time that I could recall.
Yeah.
Him,
but yeah, that's what kind of car that is.
Nice.
Well, wherever you're walking around watching this, be careful there, DB.
Yeah.
Don says it's so good. Okay. Well, I'll remember that. Yeah, if that's something
If you join our Discord, you can enter it
Mm-hmm.
in the suggestions.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Well, yes, our
wonderful
co-host here, JT, does run our Discord. Does a great job at it. But yeah, we do have a suggestion spot. And if you go to the About section of our channel, you can find the invite for our Discord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a line for...
I haven't watched it in a while, so forgive me, but good to know.
We do have a guest that comes on a lot. His name is Rogue Disney. He walks his dog during streams, so sometimes,
Yeah,
it could happen.
Does he?
It could happen. Please.
But anyways, we can go with the next clip.
Yeah. Let's see what you got for us.
Buck versus the Clown, where
I rewatched this clip so many times the other night because I just watched all the clips, and
oh man,
this one got me again. This one's so funny.
Yeah, she hires a clown, and all the kids are like, I hate clowns, and he's very embarrassed. And the clown is actually played by Mike Starr. If you're not familiar who that is, he played Frenchie in Goodfellas. He's the hitman that he gets accidentally poisoned in Dumb and Dumber, where they're at the diner eating burgers.
Oh yeah.
That's Mike Starr. So
yeah.
This is where you separate them in.
Oh, I love this. I love this, man.
Oh yeah.
Who wants a pancake?
I'd eat that pancake.
Look at that.
His face.
His face of pure happiness.
I hope you're hungry. You should see that.
I wonder if that was like a legitimate reaction. Like they didn't know the
It had to have been. I mean,
look at that. Look at it.
So good.
Oh man. He is so wasted.
Even that car makes me think of Dumb and Dumber because it's all felted with fur.
Kids will love that. I didn't order you. My sister-in-law did. She's not here right now. I'm looking.
I don't know what happened to the sister-in-law.
Late. I was at this all-night bachelorette party.
Man, he's so wasted.
What did you have? A few drinks this morning?
What are you, Mother
A few?
You never touch this stuff?
I wouldn't be drinking if I was going to entertain some kids.
Hey, I don't have to take it from you.
He's like so nice.
Oh my God!
Get in your mouse and get out of here.
Get in your mouth.
Hey, you. Let me tell you something, you low-life.
Oh, give it to him.
Flushing sack of...
Boom!
He clocks him a few more times, but for Flushing is a John Hughes line because it's also used in Home Alone. When he's watching the movie, keep the change, you filthy animal. But the guy says that.
That's so good.
Yeah, that is just
so good. I mean,
I like how he says he came from like a bachelorette party or something.
Yeah, well, there's another line in there he makes about a particular type of joke he could tell, and I did cut that out. One of the many times that they do swear in the film, we heard it there with the little whistle that I threw in there to cover over it. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
you got a compliment there. Nice
Thank
bleeping
you.
or two. Very good, very good.
Yeah. And then I want to say after this might have happened before, but it might have happened after is the bowling scene. So they all go bowling. Tia was waiting for her boyfriend to come get her, and instead, Buck drags her to go bowling. And during that, she gets hit on by a guy named Pal, who looks like he's just got beat up worse than that clown did.
Yeah.
And he's so creepy too, but he's got he's got a toothpick in his mouth and he's like flicking at her. He's trying to like spin it in his mouth. It gets stuck.
Oh, that's the part. Yes.
Yeah, he chokes on it. Yeah.
Ow. Oh man.
Oh, okay.
Floor fishing means a liar. Okay. Or someone who is a tall talk. Nice. Okay. Didn't know that.
I'm gonna call Legion that.
He might call you that after the rose
it's one of those
thing.
things too. I mean, the fact that us the viewer know that, realizes that Tia is only 15. It's even just creepier. This guy hitting on her and
it gets stuck in his mouth.
Oh yeah, and then but it's at the same time, when they kind of cut away, we see Buck trying to teach the kids to bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And they can barely, push the ball down the lane, especially Maisie. She rolls it, and it just like comes up and it just rests against it. It just stops. Like, if the goal was to get the ball as close to the pin as possible without knocking it down, you would be the world champion.
Oh. Yeah. You can see how much he loves them.
Yeah.
He can see, and he's really trying to win their hearts.
Yeah.
That's what's so endearing.
And from that too, we meet one of Buck's friends who is kind of like him, who kind of is everything's about the next big scheme and easy money. Mm-hmm. And Tia picks up on that, and we didn't really talk about the character of Shanice, but Shanice is Buck's girlfriend, who she wants to get married, and she's trying to get him to come work at her. I'm going to assume it's probably family business, but she has her own tire shop. And he's supposed to go in, and the early morning that gets called to go to his brother's, he was supposed to go into work, and she gets mad at him because she thinks he's just making an excuse up. But Tia kind of hears about Shanice and, gets wise to it, and eventually kind of ends up using that against Buck at a certain point in the film. And
then there was the crazy neighbor, man.
Yeah, played by.
She's great.
She's played by Laurie Metcalf, who was Aunt Jackie on Roseanne, and she's Sheldon's mom. I love Laurie Metcalf. But yeah, she's very I'm trying
thirsty.
to word this. She's very thirsty, but when she talks to him, she's almost I almost feel like she's repulsed though too at times. It's really, really weird. But she shows up at the house one day because as JT said, she's thirsty and wants Buck to dance to records with her. And so Buck kind of goes along with it, kind of to just kind of please her in the sense, but enough to I'll do this and then go. He's
leave.
Got no interest, but he's not trying to be a mean guy at the same time. But while dancing, Buck gets a little carried away. Slams their heads into each other. Oh my goodness.
And by that time, Tina had already pulled her prank. So
yes, prior to that, because Buck did call Shanice to kind of apologize, and he left kind of this very heartwarming message, that she loved, and
she was.
Oh wow! And, she was the voice of Mrs. Incredible. Wow.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
No. Mrs. Incredible is Holly Hunter.
Oh, okay.
No, she was in Field of Dreams. She was the mom,
but she was, and Maisie was also in Field of Dreams.
Yes,
Oh.
she was a daughter. And then
That's very cool. I haven't
she
seen
was
that
also
movie in a long
she was
time.
also in Kindergarten Cop, I think. Wasn't she the cop?
No, that's
remember.
Pamela Reed. Shanice was played by Amy Madigan.
My bad.
No, I'm trying. I'm trying to think of some of the other things that she's been in. One movie I remember watching as a kid a lot. I don't know if any of you guys did. Was Streets of Fire. She was in that with Rick Moranis and Willem Dafoe. Kind of looks similar. She got red hair, kind of the same style. So this is, as a movie that we watched as kids, we could easily. Hey Avery, good to see you, buddy. It's easy to get her confused, but yeah, same year too. It's funny. Field of Dreams came out in '89, and
it did.
Maisie, who's played by Gabby Hoffman, was the daughter in Field of Dreams as well. So they did 2 movies together.
Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome.
But
she was just insane, man. In this movie, she was just insane.
Who, Maisie or?
No, the neighbor.
Oh, the neighbor. Yeah.
I don't remember her name.
And you can tell just how dated this movie is because afterwards, he tells her to take a hike after Shanice walks in on him.
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'll wait for the Federal Express, man."
Oh yeah.
Well, they'll be, you don't call it that anymore. Yeah. It's FedEx, right?
Yeah.
But it just sounds so excessive.
Yeah.
Federal Express. But
dang.
Yeah. And kind of, from there, kind of the next big moment is the one we've kind of all been talking about, which is UncleBuck has to go to Maisie's school because there's a parent-teacher meeting.
Oh yes,
and it's with the
that teacher
principal. So he's filling in for her.
Some teachers need to hear this today, right?
Yeah. Now there is some music in this clip that I replaced with copy-free music.
Bravo.
So hey, I did what I could, so don't give me any grief for the music that's in here. But here we go. This is not only him meeting with the assistant principal, but it's actually him showing up to the school, which is kind of funny before he gets in there. Yes, that is a classic line from this scene.
He's smoking a cigar in an elementary school, man.
Yeah. It takes him a while to figure it out too.
And then he goes into the bathroom.
He just runs into the bathroom and realizes stalls are. Because not only that, right? You just blew smoke into a kid's bathroom. It's like you're gonna smell that.
And then, oh man, I had to turn her away after this because then he needs to use the restroom, and they're all kitty size.
Sometimes as a tall person, the regular size stalls feel like that.
The guy's like,
oh, hey,
okay, how am I going to
get
this?
a copyright. They took us down.
Copyright?
Oh.
Stream is unavailable.
Ah.
Oh.
They got us. They got you.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. They got us.
Yeah, I'm watching the live stream right now. It just says stream unavailable.
I wonder what it was.
They got
for.
You.
Bim bam boom.
All the clips.
But I'm like, I wonder which one though. Like, I don't know. I felt like I changed them up enough. That means somebody was watching.
It was just. It happened when you did the one you just did, the music.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was copyrighted music, or not copyrighted music, but copyright free.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's when it happened, so I have no idea.
Darn. Well, I could try to see if we can make a new one.
can we like get on? I mean,
Yeah, and maybe we can just start a whole new one here. Bear with me. If you want to address everybody in the chat and say, hang on one sec, we're going to try and see if we can fix this real quick.
So I think, hold on. Sometimes if you restart it, it will
like
come
the
back.
no. Well, once you end this broadcast, you have to create a new one. You can't put this on live again.
Well, we can end it. It's not going to kick us out.